There is no place like home, at least for some of us. But for others, home isn't such a nice place. For some, it's a building in major disrepair, or a space that's horribly overcrowded, or even worse, it's a place that doesn't exist at all. You'll find them not just in third world countries, but you'll also find them here in the shadow of DC's mightiest of monuments, on the streets of our nation's capital, and they're our neighbors, and they're our responsibility. And just as our museums and memorials belong to the DC community, so do the substandard homes of our city's less fortunate.
I first started volunteering for Habitat when I was in college. It really made a difference for me because I really believe in the mission of Habitat. I really believe in providing affordable housing and how it can really change communities. I knew when I moved to DC for work that I was going to find Habitat and I was going to volunteer for them.
My first involvement, I was working for the Walt Disney Company some 20 years ago, and we sponsored a house in Orlando, Florida. And I went out with my team, and it was the most powerful team building experience we'd ever had. And a bunch of us just kept coming back and volunteering after that.
When I came to DC, I immediately gravitated towards Habitat as a volunteer opportunity that I wanted to work on. The whole program itself was just really gratifying because here's something that's just concrete that you can take with you at the end of the day and say, wow, I've actually helped to build something. And at the end of that, you've got something tangible that someone not only has as a home, but is an investment in their future.
Without our volunteers, we couldn't be the organization that we are. We wouldn't be able to build our homes, we wouldn't be able to get our message out, and we wouldn't be able to find families to buy our homes.
What we all share is just this love for Habitat, or this willingness to give our time to improve the DC area, in particular, like affordable housing.
What I hear over and over again from volunteers is they're thanking Habitat because they get so much out of that sense of community and being part of it.
The most important thing, and the thing that really ends up bringing a lot of people back, are home buyers. We can touch someone physically. We can have them come out and build with us, and we can get them engaged that way. But when someone's heart is engaged, when they have that aha moment, and they look over and they see the family that's going to live in that house, they know that the impact that they've had, that's what stays with you. That's what makes you come back.
Once you meet the homeowners, you will not be able to leave.
Well, the Broners are, like many Habitat families, they're just excellent people to work with. They're very appreciative of the opportunity that has been given to them, and they're a family that just took that opportunity and grabbed it and kind of ran with it.
I can't picture in my mind a more gratifying feeling than actually getting on the phone with a new homeowner and telling them that you've been approved for a Habitat house. The euphoria that usually comes with that, if you've ever seen the show Extreme Makeover, and you see that moment where they tell the folks to move that bus, and you see the look on that family's faces, and that same kind of screaming and shouting and just unadulterated joy that comes with that moment, you can't beat it.
Me, I was kind of like,
no, he wasn't. No, he wasn't.
I mean, I was happy. I was like, yeah.
When I was all excited on the phone, he said, "For real, babe?" I said, "Yeah." Okay, we hung up the phone. Ring, ring. Hello, babe. Are you for real? Are you sure for real? I'm like, yeah, for real. Her phone hang up. 5 minutes later, call back and make sure.
The idea of giving people homeownership is enormous, just because of the way we structure the importance of homeownership in our society.
When I open up the door and I come in and I'm like, this is really my house. I got an upstairs, I got a downstairs, this is mine. And from where I came from,
Came a long way to get here. And it wasn't easy, but it's all worthwhile.
Years from now, you can drive in Northeast and you'll still see their houses, and Habitat homeowners stay in those houses and they change communities.
What we really want is we want the community and the homeowners to understand that together they're doing something that will improve the larger community.
You're going to want your neighborhood to be special. You're going to want it to be the best that it could be because you took the time and effort to help build it up.
I think this is going to be a great neighborhood. All of us are coming together because we want to go. Believe it or not, all of us may not have been through the same extreme, but we've been through the same places. We have common ground.
Those houses are more than just facades. There are people living in them that really care about that community because they've invested so much time. And that's a really powerful thing to be part of.
You're going to be working on a problem that afflicts DC and the entire country and the entire world. You're going to change the life of a home buyer and a home family.
Just to see people willing to help somebody that they don't even know, just volunteering this time and effort through rain and through the heat, it makes you want to give back.
It's that sense of being part of something bigger than yourself that all of us want to do in a world that says it's all about me. Here's a chance to come out and do something for others that has lasting value.
For a volunteer, it helps put in perspective why you're doing what you're doing. When you look next to you and say, oh, okay, this person is going to live in this home. This is why I'm here.
There's this whole community of people. There are relatives and friends. The Habitat community, staff, volunteers, the AmeriCorps volunteers, of course the folks who help sponsor the homes. Everyone coming together to see the culmination of a lot of time and effort.
What we're doing is we're building homes. And there's no place more important for a person, for a family, than their home.
Home, the place where the door shuts out the noise of the outside world. Home, a place where the small are made great and the great are made small. How can any of us ever discount the impact that a home makes in the development of our lives? There is no place like home.